and also whatever celebrity might deign to speak to us. We decided to kick things off because we're starting to see some of the documentary filmmakers arrive, the costume designer for Phantom Thread, who is obviously a man of wonder who we would really love to speak to. And yeah, this is an Oscars ceremony that many are saying is kind of has the potential to be boring and maybe a repeat of the winners at the Golden Globes. It's hard to say, but what we're going to do here, because it is just me, just a girl with a mic and a cameraman. Don't be alarmed if you see a man in a tux jab me. This is our system, okay? Here he is. We have this man, Dave, a cameraman, is going to jab me once if he sees that I need to speak to someone, twice if I need to stop talking. If he jabs me 3 times, it means he can't communicate it in jabs. So don't call the cops, we're all good. We are getting close to these. I would like, yeah. As you can see, it's somewhat of a chaotic experience, but we're happy to be here. Hannah, and I'm from the Washington Post. And it's Last Men in Aleppo. These are the men from The Last Men of Aleppo, an incredible documentary that was incredibly devastating to watch about the siege of Aleppo. So, hello, I believe that you had some visa issues getting here. Will you tell us about that?
Yeah, we with the support of the industry people here, from the Academy to International Documentary Association, and everyone who believe in our right to come to here to say our words, their voices more powerful from the demonstration of Trump. Their voices was more powerful from the ban, and this is about the justice.
So I know that you've said, I've read that you've said elsewhere that you are worried about if you were to win in the documentary category, then it might draw more attention and scrutiny to your documentary. Can you explain what that's about?
Well, if this is film win, we're gonna send our message direct for Mr. Putin and Mr. Trump. Mr. Putin to stop bombing our country and killing the people, and Mr. Trump to change his administrations over the country, that these people have their right to come and to visit this country and make their lives. And of course, this film will gonna get a lot of attention. I think if this is film this is chance gonna wins, I think they're gonna change a lot of things. At least make a change for stopping the war in Syria.
So you do think that this, if you were to win the Oscar tonight, that it could change people's perceptions and maybe re-inject some urgency into the conversation about the war in Syria?
For sure. I'm pretty sure that this is a lot of people will watch this film and they will be witnesses. And because they are witnesses on this crime, they will go out to say, should this stop? It's time's up.
It's another meaning for Time's Up, I suppose. Thank you so much for speaking to us. It's a very heart-rending documentary, and I hope a lot of people see it. So thank you very much. And have a fun night. I'm glad you were allowed into this country. Yes.
We bring him here.
Okay.
Yeah. We bring him here, like with the support of the voices of the people. Here, this is a big winning over the administration. That it's not true. It's not right. This is a right of the people to introduce their art. Just imagine. But this is the powerful of all of you here. It supported us. We feel this is the meaning of to have a country with the voices of the people who believe in democracy. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So if you missed the beginning of that, those were the gentlemen who made a documentary called Last Men in Aleppo, which is a very dark look into the war in Syria. But it's a very weird mix out here, right? Because we're going to change tacks in just a moment. Sorry?
Danny Glover.
Oh, hello. How are you doing?
Good, I'm fine.
It suddenly went from being empty out here to being incredibly crowded. So tell us what it means to be here tonight for you.
Well, it's so many things, that are happening. The Me Too movement is happening. We're also talking about what is happening. It's the 90th anniversary, and so much has been talked about diversity, and not only who's in front of the camera, but also diversity in what decisions are made and what's produced and everything else. So I think this is a very great moment. I just happen to be here with a wonderful film, a documentary film, Strong Island. Yancey Ford, directed, the first trans director ever directed ever nominated for the Oscars. So all those things, it makes you feel anxious and makes you feel wonderful and excited about the moment itself. and because we are in this particular moment, and we can talk about all the things that we can talk about that need to be talked about. And I think this provides a platform for it. It must be a platform with the work we do.
Do you think that the Oscars and the Academy have done enough to diversify the Oscar voting pool?
Well, I think they've done a great deal, and that the fact that they acknowledge the issue, acknowledge the problems, acknowledge what they have to do. So it takes a process. It doesn't happen overnight. We didn't get to where we are overnight. So what we need to do is to cherish this moment, take this moment, and move forward. Keep moving forward. The fact that we're talking about women in here, the fact that we talking about LGBTQ, but all those things. This is an amazing feeling. I feel like I'm in my country.
You look like you're having a great time.
Yeah, I feel like here. I feel like something's meaningful that we're saying something. You know, we can't hide. We provide so much in terms of what we do. We provide so much in terms of cultural production here. This is a standard not only for our country but in the world. But so it's good.
Okay, thank you so much for speaking to us. Have a wonderful night. I'm going to sneak in here on USA Today's interview with the costume designer for Phantom Thread.
It's like a tough job. It's not just like, oh, we'll put costumes on these actresses. They have to be believable. This has to be an outfit that Daniel Day-Lewis's character designed. Tell us a little bit about whether you worked with the actor to come up with these designs at all.
Absolutely. I did the groundwork of what's right for the period, but then when we get to a point of choosing colors or sometimes choosing some fabrics, like I knew what fabrics I wanted, but and as part of Daniel feeling authorship as the character Reynolds, I would give him a swatch book and say, why don't you pick the colors? And he has impeccable taste, and he's very much in the mind of his character. So a couple of the choices of colors for some of the gowns were made by Daniel as Reynolds.
Oh, so in character.
Yeah.
So just for friends who haven't seen Phantom Thread, the movie stars Daniel Day-Lewis as a fashion designer.
Yeah.
And in the movie, he designs what you actually designed. And so it sounds like Daniel Day-Lewis, in character, as the fashion designer, helped you pick these costumes.
He's unbelievable. His taste because he had done all of his homework and he has a lot of native taste.
There was a rumor going around after this movie came out that Daniel Day-Lewis is quitting acting to become a fashion designer. This is like a talk. I don't think it's ever confirmed.
Well, I think he would do well at whatever he plans on doing. You know, he's so interesting and has so many interests. I wouldn't be surprised, but I think he has other things on his mind.
So I'm sure you haven't seen most of the outfits so far on this carpet, but I'm wondering from a costume designer's perspective, what are you seeing that really excites you on the carpet today?
Well, I am just fascinated. I saw a guest with a long train, and I thought, oh no, she's going to be stepped on all night. And then I have seen some beautiful colors already, so I think it's going to be just a feast for the eye tonight in every way.
Amazing. Thank you so much for chatting with us.
Thank you. It was fun.
I have a question from the Washington Post. If you could have designed the gown for any of the nominees or actors that are going to be here tonight, who would you design a woodcock-style gown for?
Oh, yeah, I'm not really thinking of that. It might have been appropriate for our nominee, Leslie Manville, who's nominated for her performance in Phantom Thread, and I think she wears clothes so well and is so lovely that would have been a real joy, and she would have looked great in it.
It's not too late. You can go ask her. Do you want to change?
Yeah, I think she's already set. I think I saw her over there.
So it must have been a lot of pressure for a movie that is about a top-notch fashion designer to be the costume designer on a movie like Phantom Thread. Did you feel more pressure than you usually feel?
I really didn't, because I just did the same process that I always use, whether I'm working with Paul Thomas Anderson and we're doing oil fields or hippie detectives or valley porn stars like in Boogie Nights.
You should put these all together and make one movie. That sounds great.
Wouldn't that be great? Yeah, so it's always the same process, and the pressure is whether I'm telling the story, always.
What's your favorite color?
Red.
Okay. Okay, yeah, for a red carpet. So thank you so much for speaking to us. You're probably going to win. Let's face it. So that was the costume designer for Phantom Thread, which I am so excited I got to speak to him. Or the Planet of the Apes. I'm so mad I didn't see this week. I need to talk to, yes, I'd love to talk to him. Is he coming next? Come here. Okay. I feel bad talking to you because I did not see War of the Planet of the Apes. And
There's still time.
It's still time. I got to go see it.
Yeah.
What do you hope people gain from this wonderful movie that I assume is wonderful because I did not see it yet?
Well, okay, so the thing about all great science fiction is, like, you can tell stories about humanity, but take them away from, like, what everyone's used to. And that was so great about the original ape story, and that's what I think is great about the new one. So you're telling these really difficult stories, but you're looking at it through apes. So, like, everyone thinks this is a story about apes, taking over the world, but it's really a story about apes finding out what's best in humanity and carrying that forward. So because we can do that with visual effects and make these apes look realistic, we hope to give directors and actors a new way to make movies.
Is there a parable for our times in your movie?
I don't think it's...
Please say no.
There's not a parable for our times, no, not specifically. It's more a parable just about what do we care about as our core values and how do you carry them through. It's about family and togetherness and making that journey.
Well, you sold me. I'm going to see this. I'm so sorry I didn't see it already. I'm such a fraud.
You got time? It hasn't started yet? Okay.
I'm not allowed to go into the ceremony, so maybe I'll just watch that instead, right?
There you go.
It's worth catching. It's a good
What would it mean for you tonight to win an Oscar?
Oh, it would be fantastic. I mean, this is the third film that we've done of this trilogy, and it would be a really nice way to just round out the series.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you very much.
Have a lovely night.
Thank you.
I got Stillberg, yeah. See that 2 taps? Dave's such a pro. Hello.
Can we talk to you with USA Today? Sure.
Okay, we'll wait for USA Today.
We're on Facebook Live if you want to say hi to.
Hi, everybody.
Here's a man, Michael Stillberg, who is in like every movie. Is it about every single movie?
Well, Call Me by Your Name, The Shape of Water, and The Post.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Post. You like that movie?
Here we go. Yeah.
Well, thank you for being in all these. You elevate every film you're in.
Well, thank
Such
you.
A fan.
Thanks.
When it comes time to name Best Picture, what are your thoughts? It's like
Honestly, all of these films are remarkable and wonderful, and it's impossible really to compare them because they're not meant to be similar. And it's all very subjective, so we celebrate them all, honestly.
I'm wondering what table you sit at, or who you sit with. Like, where's your seat? Which movie are you?
Wherever they want to put me, honestly. I go where I'm told to go.
Do you want to come hang with us after?
Yeah, sure, why not?
So everyone I know who saw Call Me by Your Name wept so much at your monologue. I feel like it's one of the defining cinematic moments of this year. Not to sound dramatic. Can you tell us about the process of filming that monologue at the end?
Well, oddly or not, we got to shoot this film in chronological order. So I had 2 months of time to get to know Timothée Chalamet, who played my son, and Armie Hammer, who played his love interest. And I got to watch them take risks and dive into the material with such vigor and excitement. And, the sentiments I was given to say are really, really beautiful and important for all of us to remember in our lives. It's rare to fall in love, and if you do, it's important to remember to feel it while it's there, because it may not always be there, and not to push it away if it goes away.
I'm about to cry again, you guys.
So I
You've done it again.
it's a very special book, and I'm so pleased with how the film came out as well.
When the nominations were announced, I didn't see more rage on Twitter about anyone else other than you being snubbed. Do you feel snubbed?
I'm so happy to be here, honestly, and if people are going out to see the films, that makes it all worth it.
So magnanimous.
Same with you. That speech impacted me. It's one of those things you go home and you want to Google everything about it that you can never find out. But I'm wondering now, as we have just experienced, even you talking as yourself, it's very effective. Do people go to you for certain advice now that they wouldn't have before?
Oh goodness, I wish I had the kind of wisdom that Professor Perlman had. But I'm open to talk to people if they want to talk to me.
Okay, you could start an app where you give advice for dating and relationships.
I'm not sure I'd be very
That's a free idea. You can have that. That's on me.
Okay, I'll take it.
All right.
I'll take it.
So, of course, all these movies we saw in the last year, I'm sure you didn't work on them all in the same year. How how's your schedule, your acting schedule, shaping up for the next year? Has this like given you many more jobs than before?
You know, it's coming together. I'm not exactly sure what's next. I finished a television show called The Looming Tower, which will be on the Hulu network this year, which has just started airing on Hulu. So that is unfolding week by week for the next 10 weeks. And beyond that, I'm waiting to find out myself.
Amazing.
Are you trying to be in every movie?
I don't think that's possible.
Has the ring.
Not with that attitude. Okay, thank you very much for speaking to us.
Last question for you. I saw your co-star, Timothée Chalamet, at the Spirit Awards last night. What's it been like to see his career blossom since this movie?
I kind of watched him grow, you know. We made that film over a year, I think, and a half ago. And I'm so happy for him. So absolutely pleased that he's getting the recognition for his natural talent. And he's such a wonderful person. I'm so excited to see where he goes and what he does. And I'll be cheering him on the whole time.
Great talking with you.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
All right, this is Carly from USA Today, by the way. We're kind of sharing a space here, so I'm Hannah Jewell.
Oh, hi. See, look, we can all be friends.
We got double seats. Okay, let's talk celebrities. Okay.
I'm trying to take him home.
Hello. We're just meeting.
Sorry.
I'm a fan too. I'm a boardwalk
really
part.
like him.
I love him too.
You're so
Are you
wonderful.
trying to take him home?
Sorry, we were fighting over it.
I look like it. I was with his wife like, hey. How you doing?
I am doing very well. How are you doing? How does it feel to be here?
Busting chops as soon as I walk up. That's Oakland. Black Panther child. I'm good.
Hey, I'm Carly. I'm apparently part of this too now. Hi.
Yeah? Where you from?
I'm actually from near Philadelphia.
And I'm from near Oakland. I'm from San Rafael.
Where?
From near Oakland in San Rafael.
San Rafael. That's where I work at a lot. I love it. It's a beautiful place.
How does it feel to be here tonight?
It's great. It's great to be here. Great to be nominated. Great to be around so much wonderful talent. Yes.
And what are you going to do if you win?
I don't know. I'm just going to celebrate a little bit, maybe go to a couple parties or something like that. Play it easy, really cool.
You seem pretty chill about this, as if it wouldn't be like the biggest night of your entire life.
I don't know why. I think I just act chill, but I'm actually really, really excited inside. Yeah. I don't know. I think that's the only way to be, really. Yeah. Yes.
So have you been to the Oscars before?
I've never been to the Oscars before.
Oh, good. So you can tell our viewers, what is this like? Like, what has this experience been like since you've been here? How is it different from what you expected?
The red carpet is longer. It's like I feel like it's 3 blocks longer than the other shows that I've been to. The press is massive, and it's almost people think they died and went to heaven, but it's not heaven. It's another award show.
Okay.
It's not heaven, but it's close to it. That's all I'd say. And if you've never been, is your first time being here?
I've done this before, but
You've done this before?
I've never been nominated.
Never been nominated?
No, never
How many
been
times have you done this?
It's my 5th time.
Wow. That's exciting.
This is my first. I'm as bewildered as you are, so.
Yeah, I'm just glad that it's not raining. It is nice, and everybody gets to be beautiful and have a great time.
Well, it's great talking
Thank
to you.
you, too.
Thanks for coming by.
Thanks for stopping by. Is this traffic stop? Traffic stop? I would love to talk to you guys.
Right here. And we also have the subject, Brianne.
Oh, I would love to talk to her as well. Hello. Okay, so these folks here made a documentary about a. Brianne, oh my God, you look amazing. Okay, so this is a short documentary, which is nominated in the short documentary category, obviously, about a traffic stop, and this woman, Brianna, who's a teacher who was pulled over. So, did you ever think you would be here at the Oscars?
No, ma'am. I'd never think that we would come this far, honestly.
Does it feel like, especially because obviously you are here and this documentary was made because of something terrible that happened to you and being assaulted by a police officer, it must feel satisfying to be here and be like, look at me, I look great, I look beautiful. Something to the haters.
I feel honored. I'm honored and blessed for the opportunity to be here and to be able to actually share my story and to be able to help others heal. So this is a part of my healing process as well. So this has really helped me a lot. So it's just been amazing.
So you're a teacher. What do your students think about you being here?
My kids are like, Miss Kid. They're excited. They're super excited. So if y'all want to, hi, babies.
hope they all read and watch the Washington Post.
They do. They're very in tune with the world today. They're always asking me interesting questions. That I'm like, okay, now let's get back to math now, kids.
How's your life changed since this documentary came out about your journey?
I'm still an educator. I'm still in there pounding the pavement for my kids. So it really hasn't changed, but it just brought more light to a dark situation and the things that I have been going through personally. So I know I get better understanding that way.
Am I correct in saying that this case is ongoing?
Yes, ma'am, it is still ongoing.
So where are you in this resolution?
In this resolution?
Erica is Breon's lawyer.
And your lawyer! The best date to any red carpet is your lawyer, I'd say. So I was just asking where this case is headed right now. At what point in this is there?
Well, right now the case is heading to trial. We're always hopeful that something can be worked out before then, but as of right now we have an active case against the City of Austin and Officer Richter individually.
How does having an Oscar-nominated documentary made about your case change things as a lawyer?
I don't know. I don't know yet. I still feel like me, so, and I'll be out there working these cases as long as I need to.
And so you're the filmmakers?
Yes.
How did you come across this story?
Well, one of the bits of dash cam that shows Breon getting taken down by a cop went viral, and when we saw her in this, we thought, she lived to tell the story. She's this, person without a criminal record who maybe could really humanize the issues, reach a general public. So we got in touch with her, and that's how it all began. But clearly, being here today, they didn't take her down. She's risen up to help the world.
Police brutality is wrong no matter to whom it happens. But when we met Breon, who has never been arrested, who's such a role model for young African-American women, she's a self-made woman going to get her master's degree, a teacher. It lets you know it can happen to anyone, and it underlines the fact of how wrong this is and how much we need to change.
Well, you look amazing, and I'm so happy to be here. I've never asked this before on a red carpet. Who are you wearing?
Honestly, I have no idea. I just bought the dress.
Listen, I went to Nordstrom Rack and spent $60 Nordstrom Rack.
Excellent.
I went to Nordstrom too.
The most reasonable prices, I'm telling you. Okay, well, you look lovely. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you so much for having us. Thank you.
So that's a documentary called Traffic Stop about that woman, Brienne, an encounter of police brutality. It's really awful, but obviously they're getting a message out by being here. Hello!
I've got Diane Warren. It's her 9th nomination right over here. For Stand Up for Something from Marshall. Right over Carly. And yes. This is Diane. I gave it to Ryan. This is Diane.
Now this is an outfit.
Carly for Stand Up for Something.
9 times. Here I am, 90th Oscars and my 9.
Is it boring?
No! Are you kidding me? I couldn't sleep last night. That's why I probably look like.
So tell us, you've been here a few times. So is it still glamorous? Like, why do you? I mean, you don't have to accept the invitation, right, to come.
Who wouldn't accept this invitation? I mean, not necessarily. I don't think it was glamorous. I'm just proud that my work gets acknowledged. And I get to be here. Think of how many songs get released a year, and they pick 5, and I stayed up all night waiting for that nomination.
Did you?
And was so excited. Even though it's 9 times, it doesn't get old. And the life that the song is having right now, it has a life of its own. It's really resonating with a lot of people and a lot of causes.
We have a bunch of people watching on Facebook Live. Can you hum a little part of it?
It all means nothing if you don't stand up for something. You can't just talk the talk. You got to walk that walk. Yes, you do.
Thank you.
Wait till you hear Andra tonight. Wait till you see the performance. It's going to be mind-blowing.
What can you tell us about it? So that song, along with the other nominated songs, is going to be performed.
Yeah. I can only tell you because I haven't seen the other songs. But what they're going to do with my song is going to, be as cool as. Remember when Gaga, a couple of years ago, how great that was? Well, this is going to be in its own way on that level. So, can't wait.
Can you show off your outfit right here?
Look at this. Is this hard to get through doors?
It's a weapon. I've already ruined somebody's dress on the way in here. I did, someone got caught on me. I think that, I think I hurt her dress.
That's good. It's a power move.
I know, don't mess with me. That's right.
Do you have a stylist? Do you talk about what you're going to wear?
So we've just seen Jeff Bezos, so I feel like he has to talk to us.
Outrageous for me, but why not?
don't think it's too outrageous. I think it suits you. I think it looks good.
Thank you.
I think it looks awesome.
It gives me some really wide shoulders.
Yeah, and it gives you
And
some
it's safe.
personal space.
Yeah, I really feel safe, so I have a weapon on me. Anybody screws with me, yeah, really?
Yeah, shoulder.
So, yeah.
In the face.
I want one. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's like the best item of clothing I've seen so far. Let me check in with Dave, the cameraman / director / producer / sound guy.
Jeff Bezos went right past us.
Thanks for that report, Dave. Okay, let's just take a minute to chill out and look at the red carpet. Can you, do you want to lift up, or is that going to mess up your, This could be a huge mistake, but we want to give you a view of the whole carpet. You can see that it's starting to get quite crowded. And so we're pretty near the entrance to the red carpet. People come in and they get their photo taken in front of that big display over there. And then we get the PR people running down the carpet being like, you want to talk to this person? And just being like, yes, of course we do. And then as you've probably seen, they come and shepherd them in and shepherd them away. So this is the first Oscars since Me Too. And I think one thing a lot of people are talking about tonight is the fact that Ryan Seacrest, who has ongoing allegations against him of harassment, which his workplace has cleared him of, is presenting for E, much further down. So we will. I've been told that his people have been reaching out to publicists directly to check who will be willing to talk to him and who will not be willing to talk to him, because what they obviously don't want is the optics of someone completely blanking him. So whereas usually the red carpet is about grabbing people somewhat at random, although the E obviously have a much bigger show, they have prearranged people to talk to him. So all right, we've got some interference in our 18 inches here. You know what? This is how the sausage is made, friends. This is how it's made. Okay, let's have a look and see who we can find. So we have been here since 1:30, and when they lock all the press in, and then we're not really allowed to leave till 5. So this is an exercise in standing, in comfortable footwear, and in holding your bladder. So far, so good. I will keep you updated if the situation changes.
Any documentaries for you guys?
Yeah, I'll speak to, yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we're going to talk to, I guess, the filmmakers for Abacus Small Enough to Jail, which is about, I believe, the only bank that the government went after to prosecute in the wake of the financial scandal. So there's a lot to hold in your mind at once, red carpet. One moment. Okay, I'm being told in our very professional system here that we have a large group watching us on Facebook from Norway. So welcome, Norwegians. We're so blessed to have you. We hope that you enjoy our live feed, and after that, once the embargo comes into effect at 3:30, we have to shut it down because we are not ABC, tuned into ABC, although probably not in Norway. So yes, we are live as long as we can be for the next, I don't know how long it is. Time is a flat circle on a red carpet. It could be literally any time. Oh, we got another half hour. This has gone quickly. So hopefully we can talk to more people, and then we're going to continue. Our communication system is not top notch, guys. Live TV without an earpiece is a whole other thing, as you Norwegians know, I'm sure. Okay, I'm going to take a look around, see what I can find. Okay. I'm told we also have Brazilians watching. Even better, I would love to come visit sometime. All right.
As you can see, it's still a little on the early.
Got a little lull, but that's life, guys. That's life. Can't be all excitement all the time. It's time for a little makeup check. Huh? Somebody wants a shout out. From Morocco. Morocco, beautiful country. Not been, but I've heard the stars are next level. You know what I mean to do? Is like, this is our publicity system. I'm just going to hold this up, see what we can catch, like a little reel. Everybody has to talk to the Washington Post because we're nominated. I take an opportunity to do a little flag. Anybody? I'll talk to anyone. Not to sound desperate. Oh,
We
I
have-
met you. I
Yeah,
met you
really
before. Okay.
amazing. So this is 2 nominees, and there is 6
Okay.
directors. Gabriel is
I
here.
met you. This is who I met. You come here. I know you. We go way back. You're going to find out. So these gentlemen made a short animated film called Garden Party, which is the coolest thing I have ever seen. You guys are French students.
Sure.
This is a student film.
Yeah, this is.
Chill French people, yeah. Okay, so do your classmates hate you for getting nominated for an Oscar in school? Imagine like your rival in high school and they get nominated for Oscar, not high school, I guess university, but how does it feel?
I think all the school are very proud that people of the school will go to the Oscars. So I think it's all good.
Yeah, we think it just represents what all the French animation can do, and especially the students who are really talented, full of ideas, and are ready to already change the game and bring what they can do to the industry. So.
Do you get a better grade if you win an Oscar when you're a film student?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's a little bit.
They're not going to fail. I have a feeling they're going to pass the class.
Yeah, they'd be like C-, whatever.
Yeah, actually we already graduated. It's been 1 year and a half.
Oh, don't ruin the story. It's so much more glamorous if you guys are still students. So where can people who haven't seen Garden Party watch this short film?
Where we can watch it? For now, it's available on VOD, on the web, and you get to go on the festivals because you had to see this on the theater. So yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm assuming this is your first time on this particular carpet, right?
How do you know?
Tell our viewers, what is the most surprising thing you've seen that you didn't expect to be on a red carpet? Like, why is it here?
So many cameras, yeah, like we never see the other side, and there is like ton of people there.
How many angles do people need?
Yeah, it's like I don't know. That's the most.
You're all better-looking people. If you get nominated for an Oscar, people want to see you from every angle. I swear that's what it is.
Yeah, okay.
Did you learn how to pose for the photos yet?
We are already happy to get tuxedos.
You got tuxedos,
So it's fine.
We just learned how to do a bow tie this morning, so we
2
don't.
hours of training for the bow tie.
I wouldn't have noticed that you're new at this. So also, there seems to be about 100 of you. How many people collaborated making this film?
It's a whole squad.
Because it's a 6-director movie.
A 6-director movie. Do you guys not get in fights all the time?
No, we are all here, so it's fine.
Because you're all chill French guys who just drink wine and say la vie. all that.
Cheese. Exactly. Yeah.
That's what all French people do.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
If you get the Oscar tonight, are you going to divide it 6 ways?
No.
It'll be like King Solomon. They'll be like, you wouldn't cut it up if you loved it.
I think we add the name on the Oscars, something like that. I don't know if it's possible or legal. But,
I guess you'll find out. I think you guys are going to win tonight, frankly.
Oh, thanks very much. Yeah.
It's the most magical little film.
Oh, that's nice. That's very nice.
Go charm everyone else. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
The tap system is breaking apart before your very eyes.
Those were a bunch of French directors here, and I believe
Yeah, okay. We're going to use shout-outs because that's apparently what this week is all about. Who we got, Dave? Ireland, Canada, and Italy. Hello. Lebanon. ساعتين. No, that's the wrong thing to say. That's if you're eating. كنت ساكنة بلبنان منذ 5 سنوات. How about that, folks? I used to live in Lebanon, though I'm no longer allowed in that country. Okay, let's talk to more people.
So I got Steve James. Sorry about that.
Okay.
And Julie Goldman and Mark.
Okay, welcome. Let's all shuffle down. It's very crowded. They should have little zigzag situations so they can get us all here. So you're here for Abacus, Small Enough to Jail, is the name of the film. Tell our viewers on Facebook around the world what this film is about.
This film is about the only bank in the wake of the 2008 crisis that was prosecuted for fraud, and they were innocent, and it's about the unequal application of justice in America.
This is obviously a thing that a lot of people critique in the wake of the financial crisis, the fact that there were no bankers seen in handcuffs. However, you guys did then find the only bank that was prosecuted for anything.
Yes, well, and they were a small Chinatown bank, that actually discovered some low-level fraud, reported it, did everything right, and were rewarded with being prosecuted.
So what do you hope people are going to take away from this pretty heartbreaking example of the way that justice is applied unequally?
I think it's the fact that you have to stand up for what you believe in, no matter what it takes and what it costs. I think the other thing is justice is really how much you can afford. In this case, our subjects were able to afford the kind of prosecution, the kind of defense they had to mount for this.
And are any of the people who were in the film, any of this family, are they here tonight?
Yeah, all 6 of them, the parents and the 4 sisters, who are incredibly inspiring, especially with what's going on with the need for strong women and strong women's voices right now. These women prevailed. They are incredibly inspiring to all of us, as are their parents, who raised 4 incredibly badass women.
I have to ask you that about this because obviously a lot of the focus of Me Too, understandably, has been about all these celebrities in front of camera who we all know and love and are very invested in. Has there been a similar reckoning in the world of documentaries?
There hasn't been really, and I think the documentaries are very different in the way that a lot of executives are women, and there's been a long time equity that's quite different than with narrative feature films. I mean, there's always issues that come up for women in every sector of every kind of job you can have, but in terms of film, documentary, we're doing pretty well.
It's the most diverse and gender equal branch in the entire Academy by far.
What do you think that is? What kind of people make documentaries?
Well, people who mostly want to change the world in some fashion or make it a little better place to live. That's who gets attracted to our field.
And also, the branch has made a very concerted effort to make sure that we do have that kind of equity, and that's every year that we make sure that we're adding the right numbers and getting people that are, if you don't have people that can raise each other up, then it's never going to be equal.
Thank you very much for speaking to me, and have all the best luck tonight.
Thank you.
I will feel great, I'm sure, to win an Oscar. Not that I would know. I don't know, I keep telling people this, like, oh yeah, it feels great to win an Oscar. What do I know? Okay, thank you very much. Not yet. Okay.
Here in Hollywood, we're standing outside of the Dolby Theater. That's where the show actually happens, and this is the carpet, which happens for several hours before the show because, you can't have a party without a pre-party. This is where stars arrive. Hi guys.
All right, checking with my producer, director, cameraman Dave just then. Tells me that we're on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. How are you, Tube? Please subscribe to us. We love you. I'm being told Peru? Okay, the country Peru is watching. I would love to go there. I thought this watching the last episode of The Bachelor, which takes place in Peru, and that's an embarrassing to say, but something scandalous is happening, which my 18 inches is being encroached upon right now. That's life. Okay, so the 18 inches, if you weren't here for the bitter beginning, the way this works is that the press has, I'm stepping on my sign that says Washington Post. We have a full 18 inches here. You can see my little cheat sheet. You can see my shoes that I'm actually wearing, even though we're behind a barrier, and who's to say? I could be wearing slippers, I could be in Uggs, I could be in anything. And we wave this around in the hopes of attracting talent and filmmakers and anyone who might be interested in talking to the Post. We are going until 3:30 because that's when the big dogs take over. There's an embargo that goes into force for all of us little 18 inchers at that time. So we're just going to keep an eye on the clock so that we don't get sued. Let me see what time it is now. All right, about 10 past. I'm going to wave this around a little more. It's going to ruin some people's shots, but got to fight for what's yours. So yesterday we went to meet a man named Lash Ferry, who for 16 years has put together the gift bags that all of the nominees in the acting and directing categories get. It's worth what he called a strong 6 figures. I asked him what a weak 6 figures meant. He said $101,000, which I would be happy with as weak as 6 figures as that if anyone really likes this broadcast and wants to send us money. Don't do that. That's unethical. See the Post. So yeah, we got to look into this bag. It has a trip to. It has expensive trips in it. It has like fancy fake eyelashes, and it has color-changing lipstick, and all these things are not. I think I expected it would be designers and things like that, but it's more like more up-and-coming little products and businesses who are willing to spend the $4,000 minimum to get in a bag that will be thrust into the vicinity of a A-lister with the hope that maybe that A-lister will hold up some eyelashes in their Instagram or be wearing them and to tag them. No guarantee of this, but kind of a Mobius strip of publicity. It's kind of, where does it begin, where does it end? Is it about the celebrities getting it? Is it the fact that the celebrities get it? I don't know. It's a very trippy experience to see this. So we made a video and an article. Check it out on WashingtonPost.com. I'm just going to wave this around a little more. There's been a lull. I feel like we had a spate of documentary filmmakers. Now it's getting a little slower. Gonna hop in our dear friend USA Today's feed.
And it's so good to see you in person. Nice to see you too.
That's fair. That's fair.
Up for several awards, including Best Picture.
Lady Bird actress.
Like to be in your shoes right now.
It's insane. I'm just so happy to be here celebrating this movie that I always say would be my favorite movie if I wasn't in it. It's just a movie I think a lot of young women have been waiting for, and it's also so incredible to watch men connect to it, older people, younger people. It's really exceptional. And to get to celebrate Greta and Saoirse and Laurie, who are just remarkable in every way, shape, and form, is just like so special for me.
I love the movie too, and I also love reading about how you have like some classmates that are also like doing really well in their careers. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we sort of.
I think I see some of the cast of Mudbound back there. This was on Netflix, and actually, interestingly, the Academy has launched into an investigation about what it means to be a movie, what is a movie, and what is a TV show. Can internet companies like Netflix be making movies that are now... there's 8 nominations for Netflix. Netflix works, 4 of which are for Mudbound, which you can watch on Netflix. I'm going to jump back in this Ladybird Extraordinaire cast members chat.
Was the star, and now my best friend Taylor Trench is playing Evan Hansen, and we were co-stars in Hello Dolly, and then he left to go do Evan Hansen. So Evan Hansen, I like stopped taking my best friends. It's too emotional for me.
Wow. Have you seen the show?
Yes, I've seen them both, and they're both brilliant.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What else can you tell us about what you have coming up after this award season craziness?
Yeah, so I'm about to start Olivia Wilde's directorial debut, which I'm so excited about. It's Annapurna, and it's about smart girls and their senior year of high school and all the debauchery that they get into, which I'm really, really, really proud to be a part of and very excited about. Continuing the female director streak, which is an honor.
That here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry about
that.
So you know what? Teamwork. Girls working together.
Sorry. I'm so
sorry.
sorry.
I was just thinking, I'm so happy to see you here. I feel like I want to just like cry and watch movies with you, and you're like the perfect like high school best friend.
Oh my gosh,
like
that's my dream. Let's do it.
Let's go.
I have a question from you on Facebook.
Sure.
Nick wants to know what your pin or your badge is about. I think he's referencing the
Time's Up pin. Yeah, well, you know, I was a sociology major, so I could go on for a very long time about all
Please
this.
do.
But I really do think that it's a movement about inclusion and diversity, and I am here for both of those things. And we're such a visible industry that I think if we have the ability to impact other industries and women in every workforce and women of color and just bringing everyone's stories.
Sam Rockwell went by.
Having a safe workplace, that is meaningful to me.
In the movie, of course, your character is very good friends with Saoirse Ronan's character. Us movie fans love to believe that in real life you guys have, like, an Instagram, like, back and forth, Snapchat thread. Like, do you still keep in touch with people from the movie?
110,000%. Saoirse and I really bonded. Like, I don't know if you can, like, create that. It just happened, and I love that girl with my whole heart. She's so special. And she's one of my closest friends in the world. And Lucas Hedges, like, sleeps over at my house all the time and is best friends with all my best friends. So it is a true Lady Bird love affair at all times, always.
I think that's all that fans ever want to hear, is that you guys are friends in real life.
No, I mean, like, how, after playing out that story together and just, like, the love that we formed together as Lady Bird and Julie, it's, like, it's impossible to break, yeah.
You're being stolen away from us.
So nice
I let go to you. Be free. Lady Bird.
So as she mentioned, she has...
Okay, I think I saw the first nominee I saw was Sam Rockwell, shredded by very confidently in the background. I don't know if we got that in our shot, but he was on his way to people with more than 18 inches of space, I believe. But you know what? Fair dues. Let's see who else I can lure in with my glamorous sign here.
I'll keep trying to answer them while we're talking to people. And I'm moving it definitely around. I don't know if you meant that. I'm having trouble understanding the direction.
Okay, I knew I recognized
He's
you.
the former Oscar winner and
Okay.
four-time nominee.
So, make us of the documentary Knife Skills, which is about a restaurant which opened, and remind me which city.
Yeah, so this is in Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland, Ohio.
So a restaurant fully staffed by people who were recently released from prison, and your goal was to make it the #1 French restaurant in the world, or what was your goal with this?
Correct. The goal is slowly being accomplished is making the #1 French restaurant in the country, which for more reasons than food, for also justice.
And so it's been a little time now since this documentary came out. Is the restaurant still up and running? Are people still working there? What's going on with it today?
Yeah, up and running, over 250 graduates, less than 1% recidivism. We've built a 4-building campus, so we've got housing, we've got library, fitness center, and we're also in 13 prisons. And with this film Tom's made, it's just now covering the country with hope, especially inside the walls.
But also a few jokes, because it's actually funny when you take 80 people who've had no experience in food, and in 6 weeks you order them to open up a restaurant. It gets pretty nuts, and I think the film is fun. You don't. It's not a eat your broccoli, take your medicine kind of a film.
I did watch it, and I did not eat any broccoli while watching it. So I suppose you're right about that.
You like it?
Yes, I mean I can't tell you no. I hate your film. Yeah, of course. I thought it was a very I love seeing how cool it is and how hardworking everyone is to be able to staff something like that. Do you hope to be able to continue this, expand this as a project that's more national in some way?
Yeah.
By the way, they're cheering for us back there.
Of course, Knife Skills! Woo! Yeah.
It's just crazy. We have to fend off. We have to fend them
Well,
all
the
off.
paparazzi leave you alone.
It's in 3 weeks. There'll be another restaurant open in Medina, Ohio, which is kind of like that heartland of the heroin epidemic. So the next mission is people in recovery. So reentry is one, and substance abuse really afflicts about 30% of our current students. But now we're going 100%.
Any plans to open a restaurant in D.C., where many of our viewers, though not all of them, Norway, are based?
Your food scene could use it. I've been there a couple times. So
are you saying our food is bad in D.C.?
It's all right.
I have a colleague who's going to have words with you. Her name is Mary Beth Albright, and she's going to yell at you. Tell us if you do open a restaurant in D.C., and maybe we'll come see it.
What was your name? I'm sorry.
Hannah.
Hannah, Brandon. Thank you again.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for
Nice
watching
to
the
meet
film.
you.
You're probably one of about 4 people here who've actually watched
I
our
did.
film.
Oh, did you guys hear that? I'm one of 4 people here who's watched it. Nice to meet you. Yeah, I did my research mostly. Thing is that I had a very busy year and did not get to see a lot of films this year until the last 2 months. I have been watching like non-stop documentaries, and they're all kind of blurred. So the way I did talk to him was I literally tapped him on the shoulder, and I'm like taking a risk that this isn't like Steven Spielberg, and going, "Who are you?" Which was something I actually had a nightmare about doing on the red carpet. But he was totally cool about it. It turns out I didn't know who he was. So good one. Me? All right. I'm gonna check how much more time we have. Got about 11 minutes before they send in Batman to knock all the cameras out of our hands and direct you all to ABC. Tune into ABC. Although I'm being reminded, of course, don't leave us completely. We are going to have interviews ongoing, and we'll just be cutting them and delivering them to you in delicious little 3-minute packages.
Someone's like, OMG, OMG about the sequel. OMG. Reading any other comments. Luca, love. You got some love. You got some love out in Facebook world. Is there anything else you can tell us? We have a lot of fans of your film here. In fact, before you were here, they're like, "Where's Call Me by Your Name? Where's Call Me by Your Name?" So, what can you tell us about what the actual set experience was like? Did it look like that beautiful setting that we see on screen?
Apart from the fact that it rained for 28 days out of 30 of shoot, so it was very humid.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah. We had a great time. It was wonderful because it was really like a family, a huge family being together for a long holiday. It was great.
Amazing.
Do you think a lot of people are going to want to visit somewhere in northern Italy, as the beginning of the film puts it?
I know that people is coming a lot.
I've already been convinced.
We're having an insurgency of people coming to Crema. But we don't have enough hotels. Hopefully they're going to open some.
This house is for sale, the house that Call Me by Your
Yeah.
Name is set in. Why haven't you bought it?
Well, first of all, I don't have that kind of money. And secondly,
Do we have any rich watchers on YouTube?
you want to donate it for me?
You could live with an Oscar-nominated director in Italy.
Crowdfunding.
I have a question for you from Dee. She's like, that brooch has a story.
This is a beautiful spider.
Yeah,
I like spiders.
That's the story.
They bring me luck. Spiders bring me luck.
What do you mean? Where did that come from?
Those are very, in Italy, they mean luck. And it comes from friends from Buccellati, which I love very much, and they brought
If
it.
there's a spider on your arm, you're like, yeah!
Yeah, I do. One day I was sleeping, I woke up and I see the spider coming toward me, and I knew it was good luck. In fact, like day after, I signed and I had the green light on Bigger Splash.
Whoa, wait, have there been any spiders?
Okay, apparently spiders are very good luck in Italy.
Mine.
Can you please tell us about one of, I think, the most iconic shots of this year was the Timothée Chalamet crying into the camera for like 45 minutes at the end of your movie. How did you direct that scene?
Me and Timmy, we have a very strong complicity and partnership. And we shot the scene at the very end of the shoot. So we were all emotional also because the movie was finishing. So we
You shot it chronologically.
Yeah. So we channeled that. And I think he's fantastic. I let him be.
Was everybody on set crying at this time?
We were a bit sad, yes.
That's such a beautiful movie. A lot of fans of it. A lot of people rooting for this movie tonight, I'm sure.
I was convinced to start learning Italian after this film.
You should.
Is that the intended effect?
I like that. I like
It's just
that.
Italian propaganda.
Next year, when we meet somewhere else for Suspiria, you'll speak in Italian to me.
What's a good don't teach me any curses, but teach me a good phrase for this night in Italian.
Buon divertimento e divertitevi guardando gli Oscar stasera. È una grande serata. I said, enjoy the evening. It's a great evening.
Enjoy the evening.
Oh,
too. Thanks so much.
I think I just moved to Italy. I think I just gained Italian citizenship just by proximity to that
So of course that would spread.
legend. That was pretty good. I'm going to hold this up again. And see who likes the Washington Post. What other countries do we have, Dave? I could say a random country and someone would be like, woo, I read Canada. Did I? All right. Shout out to Egypt. Maybe we should take another look, a look down the carpet where people are entering, if you can, if it doesn't ruin our lives. As that's whatever. Okay. Oh, I see Allison Janney down there. Do you see her in the red? Go to the right, Dave. Oh, she's so tall.
I'm hearing Allison Janney.
I see. I don't know if she's going to make it to us before the embargo kicks in, but
We have similar issues.
I know. This has gone very quickly this hour. It's sort of we've been here since 1:30. We're not allowed to leave until 5 when the actual show begins. And then we have about 6 more minutes in which we're allowed to be live. But definitely keep following the Washington Post live blog. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe. If you subscribe, I will personally shake your hand if we were to ever be in the same place at the same time.
Christopher Plummer.
Oh, I see Christopher Plummer. All right, let's try and hook in Christopher Plummer here. Things are getting a little more frantic around here. All the chill documentary. I keep saying documentary wrong. They have all moved along, and now we have some nominees we're starting to see here. All right. Get out, friends. Oh, here he is. We're going to try and... Got a little breathing room here, folks. All right. 5 more minutes of live action.
I think this is study. If you study
Sorry, I had to duck down to do some purse rearranging and microphone cord lengthening.
You're taking him away.
Well, just what I'm talking about. I always try to empower the women that I'm around and let them know that it's okay to be beautiful and powerful, and those things can coexist. And in fact, they need to. I need you. You know what I mean?
Great. Thank you so much. And let me
Yeah.
just take a quick. Thanks for letting us hop in on that. That was nice.
Yeah. Sound bites all day.
We'll bring him back.
Okay, he's being taken away from us, and then he's going to bring back. Let's get a look at Christopher Plummer here, who, in a kind of one of the more, well, cinematic is a bad way of putting it, or a really good way of putting it, turns in the wake of the Me Too scandal, took over for Kevin Spacey in the movie All the Money in the World. They had a big budget film coming out, were about to release it, and thought, we cannot do this now that Kevin Spacey, accusations about Kevin Spacey have come to light, which many say was an open secret for me. I'm being told 4 minutes. We'll try to get Christopher Plummer before then. Yes, so he filled in, and they reshot in a matter of weeks and came out pretty much on time. So just to show that nobody's too important to get to keep their job if they're a harasser, I guess was the lesson of that story. Although, yeah, we'll see tonight. I need to hold my sign up. All right, what other countries have we got?
Did you want Lakeith for live? Yeah, our stream ended, but we still like to talk to you.
Okay, we have a matter of time.
Yeah, I'll wait for you. You go first.
Okay. Is Get Out going to win Best Picture?
Yeah, well, I guess we'll find out.
What do you think made it? What do you think? Do you think that okay, I'm going to ask you this. I'm sorry, we have so little time now. I'm like, what do I want to know? Has the Academy done enough to diversify the voting pool of voters who pick the best pictures of the year in the Oscars?
Not sure. I'm not too educated about that, but I hope so.
Do you think that this is a weird question for you? Do you think the Oscars matter in 2018?
Do I think Oscars matter? Sure. Yeah.
I know that there's been frustrations over the years in the movies that get picked being more sort of predictable and so on, but what would it mean to you to, like, what does it mean to be here tonight for you?
It means supporting the film, supporting my friends, and having a good time, having an opportunity to sort of let the movie be sort of heard about on a larger platform, and I think that's cool.
What are you going to do tonight if all goes well?
If all goes well, I don't know. I think all is well. I'm here with red carpet green dress, which is really cool. They have me in this like really comfortable, nice.
I gotta ask you, as all men on red carpet should be asked, what are you wearing? Who are you wearing?
I'm wearing Xenia. It's a custom sustainable suit by Xenia. It's really.
These buttons are so cool.
Touch it.
I'm touching it.
It's crazy,
that is
right?
confirmed silky smooth, I have to tell you. And tell us about your little brooch.
Say it again.
Tell us about this.
Oh. That's just like
Just a cool pin.
You gotta you gotta pimp out your suit, you know what I mean? Yeah.
All right, thank you so much for speaking to us. I hope you had those sort of night too. Do you want to have at her?
Grab you too. I'm currently high. Now we're taking for our own interview because everyone wants your attention.
Still me. No one else wants me.
Oh, are you kidding? Come hang with us.
Yeah, we can just chill all night here.
I mean, I could use a co-host. Are we set up? We good?
All right, we got to wrap soon?
These ones and wrap.
Okay. Thank you for watching us. With us, we know it's been a chaotic experience, but such is the nature of the beast of the red carpet. Hello, Portugal and Poland. Hello, Sweden. Hello, Mexico and Turkey. And then I have a message that says, she can rap. Thank you, everyone, for subscribing. We have to go off air in just a moment. I looked at my wrist as if I had a watch, and I do not, because I thought my watch wasn't fancy enough for an Oscars red carpet. Continue to follow the Washington Post live blog, Google it, find it, WashingtonPost.com. You'll find it. You're smart, hip youths on YouTube. Please subscribe. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'm the pop culture reporter, on-camera host. Everything's so overwhelming. I'm so surrounded by celebrities. I'm forgetting who I am. Thank you so much for watching, and I think we're going to go off air.
I just couldn't imagine a world where I wasn't
All right.
doing this, so it's just a natural thing for me. Always done it, always will.
That's awesome. Your movie Get Out is amazing. It already won Spirit Awards, Best Picture,
Yeah.
Best Director.
That was cool. Did you watch it?
Did I watch the Spirit Awards?
Yeah.
I was there.